Welcome and thank you for joining me today. Let's read together from our favorite series here. And this story that I'm going to be reading today is called Get Up Lazarus. Get Up Lazarus is a story here where we learn about Jesus performing one of his greatest miracles while he is in his ministry here on earth. This story here's a front inside cover with all the wraps bordered around here. This is the story of raising of Lazarus, right? And we see him here coming out of his tomb. John 11:1-44. And our children's version today is going to be written by Jonathan Skade, illustrations by Michelle Dorenkamp. I can't wait to get started to see how they recapture this story that we read from John 11. And Lazarus has now come back to life. He was dead but comes back to life, and only the resurrection power of our one and only true God can do that. So we're going to be reading about this together. Let's get started. Here is the first page. A man named Lazarus was very ill, so sick people thought he was dying. His sisters Mary and Martha saw even doctors were not worth trying. Yet one they knew of could still help. Jesus, the Messiah and Master. If only he'd come to Lazarus' side, the reason for hope would be vaster. So the condition is very critical. Time is a keep continuing here with Lazarus not improving. He is close to dying. Mary and Martha are his sisters, and they're taking care of him. Doctors here, it doesn't seem, would help at this time. No longer in their eyes, and so they continue to just do what they can to be by his side, take care of him. Now they know that there's Jesus, one of their friends, not with them currently, but is someone that can help, that can come to his side and really do something, and that's for sure, that's guaranteed. But he's not here, and they're starting to see this is getting really very dangerous, very close to death. And so the girls here are just, using up all their time to take care of their brother. So Mary and Martha sent Jesus a message. They hoped he'd answer it quickly. But the messenger walked an entire day while Lazarus grew even more sickly. The weary messenger saw Jesus at last. He was preaching and teaching forgiveness. As the disciples made way, the man managed to say that the sisters had sent him on business. And so here he is. He's trying to exclaim out loud here to Jesus that we have some very urgent news for you. Excuse me for interrupting your preaching and your teaching. And he is talking here about forgiveness. He's talking about how God's kingdom works. And he's talking about how God can truly forgive, and he only can forgive. Well, here he is. He just interjects and says, hey, I need you to come with me right away. These ladies, these sisters are saying that their brother is sick, basically, and we can't waste any more time. I mean, it also took him a long journey to get to Jesus. He finally sees him and just tells him right away. Well, this is very, very interesting because everyone can see how urgent of a matter this is. And Jesus, he has some other spiritual lenses that he can look at in this situation. Not them at this time for the most part, but he is just doing what he needs to do and what he knows he needs to do, and is for the best of Lazarus and his family. The man spoke, Lord, a beloved friend is sick and is probably dying. Worry not, said Jesus, this isn't the end. Although there may be much crying, it's not time for me yet to go to his aid. In this sickness, God's Son will gain glory. So they waited 2 days, and then Jesus said to Lazarus, let us now hurry.